Hi, it's Kate from True Blue Homeschool, and our recent road schooling adventure took us to the San Luis State Wildlife Area and the Great Sand Dunes National Park near Alamosa, Colorado. While we wait for the arrival of our new RV, we rented a 26-foot Class C and headed to the San Luis State Wildlife Area campground. It's completely free to stay there, and it has electric hookups and a dump station is available. But you need to have a valid Colorado hunting, fishing, or state wildlife area permit, which you can get online for $38 for residents or $100 for non-residents. I absolutely loved the campground. We arrived late at night and the stars were incredible. When we stepped out of the RV the next morning, we were greeted with stunning scenery with the sand dunes in the distance across the lake. I really recommend this campground, just 25 minutes from Alamosa in south central Colorado. Our next stop was 15 minutes east of the campground at the Great Sand Dunes National Park. It's a bumpy road, but the sand hills are impressive. It costs $25 to enter the national park, or free if you have an annual national park pass. We stopped at the Oasis store 4 miles from the entrance and rented a sandboard. It costs $20 for the day, and you can choose a sled style or a snowboard style board. From the parking area, you only have to walk a few feet before you're in the sand, but it's a pretty long walk to get to the dunes. At some times of the year, you have to walk across a river to get to the dunes, but it dries up in the fall. We had spectacular weather in October, no wind and perfect temperatures. We took turns carrying the board and first tried sandboarding on the closest, smaller hills. The sand was a little wet early in the morning, and it made sledding more difficult at first. But the kids had no problems boarding down the hills. All of the dunes are available to hike on or sled down, but it's quite a hike if you want to get to the higher dunes, so we stayed down on the lower ones. It was fun going down, but walking back up the sliding sand was tiring and a bit challenging at times. The board rentals come with wax for the bottom of the boards, and the kids had no problems, but Steve and I just couldn't make it work on the wet sand. A bigger hill, or 2 hours later when the sand was drier, would have been better for us. But it was pretty hilarious for us trying to get it to work. Emily, the eternal thrill seeker, decided she needed a bigger challenge. That is Emily way at the top of that hill. She's the one walking up in the center, carrying the board up. Looks like she has ambitious goals of sliding down that big hill. It's really hard to walk in the sand. The video is very deceptive. It looks somewhat easy, but it's not. It's hard to walk in the sand, especially carrying a board doesn't help. There she goes, Tom, watch her. Ah! Holy smokes.
Comes Emily down the giant hill. Lots of sand in her face. Whoa!
After sandboarding for a while, we stopped to take in the scenery. There are just massive sand dunes and pretty mountains as far as you can see. While we had incredible weather in October, it can get very hot here in the summer, and the sand can burn your feet. The last time we were here, the wind blew the sand so much that it felt like needles hitting our skin. So be prepared with appropriate clothing. Some people wear goggles when it's windy too. The kids found other ways to enjoy the dunes too, like rolling down the hills, racing up and down them, and creating mini avalanches.
Ready? Actually, no, just
Ready.
as far as you can. Go! 2, 1, go!
And, of course, burying each other and themselves in the sand. Well, that's it for our road schooling adventure to the San Luis State Wildlife Area Campground and the Great Sand Dunes National Park. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell and join us next time as we homeschool one adventure at a time.